Hi everyone! Today we're going to take another look at solving equations with fractions or decimals as the coefficient. Let's start first by looking at what happens when we have fractions. Okay, when fractions are involved, remember we need to multiply each term in the equation by the least common multiple. Now you could use any multiple, but the least common is going to be the one that will usually work best for us. Alright, so let's take a look at the equation that's on the screen here. I'd like you to pause and copy it down for just a sec, and then copy down the steps with me as we go. Alright, so we need to look at all of our denominators here. I've got a 5, a 2, and a 10. We'll need to figure out what the least common multiple of 5, 2, and 10 is, or what's the smallest number that 5, 2, and 10 all go into, and that would be 10. So what we need to do to eliminate our fractions here is to multiply the entire equation by 10. So we're going to do 10 times 3y over 5, and that is 30y over 5, plus 10 times 3 over 2, which is 30 over 2. And don't forget our last term over here on the right side, 10 times 7y is 70y over 10. Now let's simplify each of our terms, and what we end up with are whole number coefficients. So now we have 30y divided by 5, which is 6y, plus 30 divided by 2 is 15, and that will be equal to 70y divided by 10, which is 7y. And now we're looking at an equation, 6y plus 15 equals 7y, that you guys have been solving all year now. So we just be sure to show each step as you go, and you'll have 15 equals y. Alright, and as always, you can substitute it back in to check. I always recommend it, but for the sake of the video, we won't do it. Let's try another example. Pause and copy it down so that you can work the steps through with me as we go. Alright, so when I look at this equation, I'm looking to see what's the least common multiple of 6, 3, and 2. And 6 is a number that all three of these go into, so we will multiply our entire equation by 6. Alright, or you can think of it as 6 over 1 if that helps you with the multiplication. Alright, so we're doing 6 times... And I'm going to keep the parentheses here, and you'll see why shortly. 6 times 2x minus 3 divided by 6. And then I'm going to multiply it by 2x divided by 3. And I will add to that 6 times 1 over 2, or 6 times a half. You could have put 3 there right away. That would work. Oops. Now when we go through and simplify each of our terms, what happens here, we didn't have to distribute it because I can see that 6 times 2x minus 3 divided by 6. This 6 over 6 cancels out, so now I just have 2x minus 3. And then 6 times 2x divided by 3. Now again, I'm showing you guys two ways here. You could do 6 times 2x right away and get 12x divided by 3, which would leave you with 4x. Okay, or sometimes people like to divide this out right away and do 6 divided by 3 to get 2, and then 2 times 2x is 4x. Either way you do it, you'll get the same result if you do it correctly. And then in our final term here, we have 6 divided by 2, which is equal to 3. And now we're left with the fraction that, or with an equation, I'm sorry, that has all whole numbers, and we solve as we've been doing all year. So we'll take 2x away from both sides, and let's take 3 away from both sides right away. And I have negative 6 is equal to 2x, and divide both sides by 2, and x is equal to negative 3. Alright, you guys are doing great. Let's try our last example here. Copy it down and work through it with me. Okay, I'm going to look at my three denominators, 3, 4, and 5, and I want to find the least common multiple. For the three of these, I know that 3 and 4 go into 12, but 5 doesn't. And then I'm going to keep going up with all the multiples of 12 until I get one that 5 goes into, and the first one is 60. So we're going to multiply our entire equation by 60. Okay, so first, let's take b plus 3 times 60. Now, what's important here, guys, is that even though they're not written, you need to make sure to keep this b plus 3 grouped. B plus 3 needs to stay together. So I put parentheses around it to remind myself that that needs to stay together. Alright, so I'll do 60 times b plus 3 divided by 3 minus 60 times b, so we just have 60b, divided by 4. And on our final term, 60 times b minus 2. Again, that b minus 2 has to stay grouped together and divided by 5. And now we can go through and simplify each term. 60 divided by 3 becomes 20 over 1. So I have 20 times b plus 3 minus 60 divided by 4 is 15, and so that's 15b. And when I simplify my last term, I'm going to do 60 divided by 5 right away, which is 12 over 1, and I get 12 times b minus 2 over 1, which is just 12 times b minus 2. Next step, we need to distribute both of our terms that have the parentheses. So I'm going to take 20 times b and add 20 times 3 to that, giving us 20b plus 20 times 3, which is 60, minus 15b, and that will equal, let's distribute this here, 12 times b is 12b minus 12 times 2, which is 24. Let's combine our like terms. We've got 20b minus 15b is 5b. Don't forget your plus 60. And that's equal to 12b minus 24. Next, we'll go ahead and remove 5b from both sides of the equation, and we can add 24 on right away as well. That will eliminate that, and we have 84 on the left and 7b on the right. And our final step, divide both sides by 7, and you'll find out that b is equal to 12. And again, I keep saying this, guys, make sure to go back and check. It's always a good idea, even if it's not required, just to make sure that it does in fact solve the original equation. And finally, when you are checking, substitute 12 back into the very original equation and not our simplified one that we came up with. Okay? Because if you made an error simplifying this one, turning it into this, you might not catch it during that checking process. Okay, I know I said that last one was your final example, but I forgot. What about decimals? Let's take a look at just one example here, because I think you guys will pick up on that one pretty quickly. Let's say we have this equation here. 0.04x plus 1 equal to 2.2. Now, one thing we can do with these is multiply the whole equation by a number that will eliminate the decimals. Typically, it's going to be a multiple of 10, so maybe 10, 100, 1,000, depending on what the decimal numbers are. In this case, since I see that this number goes into the hundredths, it would make the most sense to multiply our whole equation by 100. And in the process, we'll be eliminating our decimals. So we have 100 times 4 hundredths, which is just 4x, plus 100 times 1. Don't forget to multiply that 1. That's a common error people make. And then 100 times 2.2, which again, you move your decimal 2 places over and you get 220. Now we're working with a new equation that has all whole numbers in it and will be much easier to solve. We'll take 100 away from both sides, and we get 4x is equal to 120. And when we divide both sides by 4, you'll find out that x is equal to 30. Substitute this 30 back into our original equation. You can use your calculator to check it. You'll find that 30 works. Alright, so final thing you guys need to do so that you're ready for class tomorrow is complete the Google form. You can find that linked on the homework tab of my webpage. And as a reminder, that's jshefchick.weebly.com, but I know you guys know where it is, so head there, fill out the Google form for tonight's homework. It will be on solving equations with fraction and decimal coefficients. Do the best you can on it. Bring all of your work with you when you come to class tomorrow. If you guys don't have your work, it will be late. I need to see how you got your answers. Okay? And if you're having questions on any of them, email me or come see me in the morning and we'll work through them together. All right, thanks for your attention. Thanks for your time. I will see you guys in class tomorrow.